Have you ever tried to tell a story about the past and it just fell kind of flat? Like you were just listing one thing after another? Well, today we're unlocking a tool that's going to completely change that. We are diving into the tense that shows not just what happened, but what was happening right in the middle of it all.
Seriously, think about it for a sec. What were you up to? Maybe you're thinking, I was watching a movie, or I was cooking dinner. You hear that ing at the end of the verb? That's the key, you see? Without even realizing it, you just use the past continuous, the exact thing we're going to break down right now.
So what is this tense really for? You can think of it like the opening shot of a movie. It's not about one single quick action. Nope. It's all about setting the scene. It describes the background, the atmosphere, what was already going on.
Okay, so here's the core idea. This tense is all about an action that was in progress. The key word here is duration. It's like you hit pause on a video. You're not seeing the beginning or the end. You're seeing what was happening right in the middle of it.
And you know what the best part is? Building this tense is actually super simple. It follows a really easy formula. Let's get right into it.
So for a positive statement, it's always the same deal. You start with your subject, then you add was or were, and then your main verb with that ing ending. So I was cooking or they were watching. And remember, it's pretty simple. Was goes with I, she, he, and it, and were goes with you, we, and they. Easy. Making it negative? Just as easy. You literally just pop the word not right after was or were. I was not taking the train becomes I wasn't. They were not listening becomes they weren't. The rest of the sentence doesn't change one bit.
And if you want to ask a question, you just flip the word order. For a simple yes or no answer, was or were comes first. Was it raining? And if you need more information, you just start with a question word like what or where. What were you watching? See? Simple. Okay, now we're getting to the most important use of the past continuous. This is where it really gets powerful. It's all about describing an interruption. This is how you connect a long, ongoing action with a short, sudden thing that happens right in the middle of it. And the magic word that makes this whole thing work, the word that signals, hey, an interruption is coming, is almost always when.
And check this out. Our source material gives us the perfect blueprint. It says it right there. Use when plus the simple past for the action that interrupts. This is the absolute core rule for linking these two moments together.
What's so crucial here is seeing how these two tenses work together as a team. The long, background action, she was waiting to pay, uses our past continuous. Then comes when to introduce that sudden interruption, she saw him, which uses the simple past. You see the difference? The waiting was a long process. The seeing happened in a flash.
Okay, this is the one non-negotiable rule you just gotta remember. The action in the past continuous, that background scene, it always starts before the interruption. It was already in progress.
Now for one last really crucial point, an interruption is not the same thing as a sequence of events, one after another. Let's look at how the grammar totally changes the meaning of the story. So take a look at these two sentences from our source. On the left, everyone was eating when Scott got home. The eating had already started, right? It was in progress. Scott's arrival interrupted it. Now, look at the right. Jim dropped his phone and broke it. That's just a sequence. First, he dropped it. Then, it broke. One completed action, then another. For that, you just use the simple past for both. All right, let's lock in these key takeaways. Past continuous, that's your background action. The formula, it's just subject plus was or were plus the verb with ing. The interruption, that's your cue for when and the simple past. And the golden rule, the past continuous action always happened first.
So now you have the blueprint. The real question is, what can you build with it? Think about your own day, your own week. What were you doing when something totally unexpected happened? Now you've got the perfect tool to tell that story.